Good morning, Graham School. Hello, my name is Ronnie.
And my name's Kaylin. Today is March 12th, 2021.
Today is National Girl Scout Day,
Yay, Girl Scouts.
Plant a Flower Day, and Bake Scallops Day.
Well, congrats if you are a Girl Scout because today's your day.
Let's look at the weekend. Well, on Sunday we lose an hour of sleep.
That's right, Sunday's daylight savings. Make sure you go to bed early or you'll be running on little sleep.
Other than that, let's do a quick overview of the other holidays this weekend.
Following a common superstition, tomorrow's National Open Umbrella Indoors Day. You know what to do. Do they just want us to have bad luck?
Sunday is also National Pie Day. And no, it's not the food we all love too much. It's the math term. 3.14159265358979323.
Well, that's it for your National Day update.
Yeah, I give up. On this day, in 1945, Anne Frank died in a Nazi concentration camp during the Holocaust. Many of you may have read her famous journal, The Diary of Anne Frank, which described how she hid in the secret annex with her family of 4, a family of 3, and a dentist, to avoid being slaughtered by Nazis. She will be remembered for a really long time, representing all the helpless Jews and the severe violence that the anti-Jew Hitler caused.
On this day in 1930, Mahatma Gandhi and his followers started their 200-mile march to the salt beds of Jaipur to campaign against British tax on salt. This march began the fight for Indian independence from Great Britain. The beginning of the march, there were around 80 people, but more and more people joined in the march, and at the end there were more than 50,000 people. This march had a huge impact on people all over the world.
Today's quote of the day is, "Remember, when you are dead, you do not know you are dead. It's only painful for others. The same applies when you're stupid." Ricky Gervais. Today is an extremely weird day because it's an asynchronous learning day, which means there's probably no one watching this.
That's right, today's an async day. That means you'll get assignments from teachers to do outside of class, all of which, like usual, due at 3:30 p.m.
And to all those students who are sitting in the waiting room for their first period, crying, alone, confused, make sure you leave the meeting and go to work.
And because it's such a weird day, we've prepared a surprise for you.
That's right. Drum roll, please. Surprise! That's it. That's your surprise. Go home. Oh wait, you're already at home.
Yes, they are, Ronnie. Anyway, as for other school news, tomorrow's our first annual celebration of a year out of real school.
It's also the first annual celebration of my sanity vanishing into thin air.
Now it's time for your almost daily Women's History Month bio.
Have you ever wondered how we know so much about life for Jews during the Holocaust? Well, today I'm going to tell you a little bit about Anne Frank. Anne Frank started off a nice life before World War II, playing a lot with her sister and getting nice things with her parents. When World War II hit, she and her family had to go into hiding to stay safe from the Nazis. Most of the times they couldn't even make any noise, or they would be heard by the people downstairs. Anne Frank lived in a little house called the Annex with 7 other people, and it was only 450 square feet. She overcame the boredom by reading, writing, of course, and talking to the other people. The men would rarely leave to go outside to get things like food or household items or needs. And I say needs because they didn't really get any wants. She kept a diary, which she called Kitty, and wrote in it a lot. She described how life was for a Jew during World War II in hiding. One of the main things she wrote about in her diary were the other people in the annex. In the annex, there was one doctor, her dad, her mom, her sister, and a family of 3, and of course, Anne. She developed a relationship with a boy named Peter, which she loved. She didn't like her sister Margaret because Margaret got a lot of attention. Unfortunately, everything would go to an end when the Nazis figured out where they were hiding. She and the other annex residents were taken to a concentration camp, where Anne died of a disease spreading because of terrible hygiene in the camps. Her dad, Otto, was the only annex resident to survive, and he published Anne's diary. We should all thank Anne Frank for keeping that diary, because we know so much about her to this day.
Today, we have a surprising news story about a 12-year-old that started his own clothing line with his dad.
The son, Harrison, decided that he wanted to own a basketball team.
His dad told him that he didn't know about owning a team, but he could teach him how to run a small business.
So they decided to start up a small clothing line called Shapak Apparel.
They originally planned to sell only a few shirts, but because their shirts are selling faster, they might be looking into a warehouse.
Now they own 5 shops located all across America.
Teens and tweens are underrated. Now for your awesome acts of the week. Our first winner is Angel Q from Lao for Pursue Knowledge for taking so much pride in her coding assignments and always wanting to analyze her programs at an above and beyond level.
Next is Emmanuel L. from Shapalova for Together We Can, Pursue Knowledge, and Take Pride. Emmanuel did an amazing job solving word problems. He was very active in the chat and his classmates benefited from his input. Way to go, Emmanuel.
Next is Aldo T. from McCaslin for Together We Can, Do No Harm, and Pursue Knowledge. Aldo always participates in the chat during our workouts when called on. Thank you for always encouraging your class and for your continuous effort.
Next is Andrea M. for Tuffy for Pursue Knowledge, for all of her hard work and always putting your best effort. Go, Andrea.
Next is Benny C. for Mulkey for Together We Can and Pursue Knowledge. He participates every day, brings good, is positive, and may be taller than me, but it's hard to tell on Zoom.
Next is Elena G. from Weber for Pursue Knowledge. Elena's been actively participating in all of our teamwork and our experiments about chemical reactions.
And last but not least is every 8th grader in Miss Smith's Period 2 from Smith for Take Pride. Every single student successfully completed our independence and self-reliance lesson, and did so with style. Your impressive effort brought some amazing results.
You guys are awesome.
Have a great Async day, and Go Bears, brought to you not so live by GMSTV.